Oh. Woo. Alrighty, now the fun part. This thing's becoming a royal pain in the butt. You fix one thing, another thing breaks. So in the previous video, as we were trying to get the intercooler back on after we've done all our exhaust fixing, we tried to just kind of move it out of the way so that could go, and that's just re-broken. I'm gonna replace that turbo hose, turbo inlet hose. That way I can finish off filming the previous video that's supposed to come out. So I guess the plan of attack is kind of take off all the hoses that we can. This one can just pop straight off. That feels like it's very, very brittle though. Nice. That one is our broken piece, so that should be sweet. Because our intercooler's already off, we could probably just take that pipe out, maybe. We're currently in just undo everything that's in the way mode and see what gives. Cool, that should hopefully give us now. No, still doesn't want to move for me. Oh, don't push the GoPro down. Oh, there we go, now it's over it. That part doesn't look like it's gonna want to come around the plastics here, unless we can get it to spin. It is free everywhere, just this harness is blocking that. Just really watch out you don't snag any of those other wires. Alright, we should now, hopefully, be able to just wriggle this out. I might remove this cover just to give a bit more room. Oh, it's almost there. Oh, you donkey. Easy bit done. Oh, this thing was leaking right there anyway. Oh, this is gonna be a world of torment, this is. We're about to undo all of that work. Hopefully in an attempt to make this easier. That's very, very long. This one is not as long and the hose slips straight onto that. So I think all we need to do is trim this down. Oh, we're stuck on that bloody bolt again. This sucks so much. I'll see if I can get it to see it. But that bolt there is currently the pain in my ass. Why do they have to be pointed up? That just loses so much room in there for me. I'm gonna see if we can undo it and flip that mount around. Oh, I think we're actually getting it. Then we can spin that bolt around, and that way we should have a bit more wiggle room. My legs are killing me, man. It sounds dumb to say when you're trying to work on a car, but when you're leaning over it and the only thing holding you up is just your hamstrings. Oh man. Bit of time has passed. By time I mean a few weeks. Confirmed, this thing is not fitting. So we've got those still not even lined up, but it can't physically go that way anymore because of this one here. And that's going to end up disappearing underneath the manifold, which is then going to be impossible for us to plumb things back in. But that is like some cheap knockoff brand, so we're going to do away with that, because in this box here we have an AVO inlet, which also solves some of those problems with the way that it's designed, in the sense that this one is no longer there. It's relocated to over here, so we don't have to be fighting the battle. We're trying to push that in. So we've got the hose there to run it, and it's got the little kink in there to go around the manifold, whereas this one is just completely straight. This follows the path more of the original one, so that it goes around stuff. And because this has this extra piece here, that means we can do away with putting this piece back on as well, because that's what links those two together. So this here is essentially these two things combined. We wrestle this thing out again, and then the fun time of putting that one in. Oh. Woo. Alrighty. Now the fun part. I'm pretty sure life will be easier if we take all these out and put them in after the fact. The thing that confuses me though is this cheap one had metal nipples. This one only comes with plastic. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. Take this out, maybe. There we go, a little bit of a wiggle. Oh, go on, son. Go on. The recirculating part is like rotate it that way. Is it more likely to fit there? Nope. Now I'm going to get that onto the turbo. Radiator hose is wet. That's not coolant, that's sweat. My hands didn't even touch there. I don't know if that's supposed to go on there, but we're losing hope. I have managed to get it on just far enough to get this little clip onto my inlet itself. So we're just gonna keep wriggling. Come on. I need my little blow off thing pushed through just that little bit more. Oh yes, come on. If I had like some 90-degree pliers, I could grab that and help that along, but I don't. Don't you start raining. Oh no. Come on. Millimeters. We're counting millimeters here. I think we can call that on. Yeah, I'd be happy to do that up. Provided, where is it? Get onto that, you cheeky bugger. Oh, the Allen key to the rescue today, man. Get out of here. Don't do that to me. Oh, let's take that bracket off, because that's feeling like a pain in the ass. That ain't gonna do it. Now you've got some room to get in there. Ah, that's not. First, I want to get things connected and back on, I think, before I start trying to figure out what happens here, because this T-piece is cracked. This hose is in half. That goes on there. Making progress, finally. We can finally put this intercooler back on. Oh, the ease at which that went on. That's on there. Cool, 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 cool. Probably the most reliable gasket of a Subaru. God, spent a whole damn day trying to find one of these to replace this broken one. It's not gonna fit. Here's the dilemma. This solenoid is resting right up against there. That's gonna give us no room to put our elbow in there. There's no way that's gonna fit. So this needs to be relocated somewhere, which means we're gonna need new lines anyway. is all this gonna be worth it? It's just been problem after problem. That can go, that can go. That can come with me. I hope this works. We could be sweet. We have a working car again. Oh, what a relief. Doesn't sound like there's any exhaust leaks. Doesn't sound like the exhaust is rubbing on anywhere, which is good. You can actually hear the intake kind of like, well, the turbo spool now anyway. You can hear it like coming through from the intake because it's not sucking it in through all the bloody air leaks from everywhere. Imagine if I want to get any kind of actual horsepower gains out of that intake, I do need to get it tuned, but because the intake follows the same path as the factory inlet system, from what I've managed to find on like NASOC forums and stuff like that, you don't need to get it tuned. You just won't actually get any gains from it. I haven't showed it in the videos, but I've been having issues with the power steering pump because the turbo inlet pushes up against the outlet hose and then it sucks in a bunch of air. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this very frustrating episode to make.